We're gonna pay her a visit and find out exactly what's going on. This is the first time anything, well, real may have come of it. Steady now! I really hope so. I admit, what you did at Galbank was impressive. Are you really that surprised? That's what I get for trying to be nice, eh? Violence begets violence, Deputy. You do well to remember that. I'm trying to be reasonable here. Maybe we don't have a problem here after all. Okay, then. They're close. Be ready. Look, I'll trust you. But if any of us catch you on another floor, we'll shoot first and ask questions later. Like I said before, there are less than a dozen rangers in all, and we operate with limited resources. I'll do what I have to do. You're a natural tracker. Take a seat. No. That's not any more true than it was a minute ago. That's exactly my point. Remember, we're out here to help people. All clear. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? After conferring with Ranger Dubray and the Marshal, I'm pleased to tell you that you are hereby granted the rank of Freestar Ranger. You know what? That does make sense.
But, to answer your question, yes. We're paid upon completion of an assignment.
You don't know what you're talking about. Hey there.
Watch, listen, and do what she tells you.
Let's head down into the canyon and see if we can find more. We should check the place out. Enough talking. You're coming with me. You're not authorized to be here. I'm holding you for trespassing. There have been wagoners on Montera Luna for a long time, and I'm sure they're proud of that heritage. I've got my orders, but maybe we can work something out. Whoa! How about you ease back on the throttle there, Deputy? It's worse. It's tragic. You're under arrest! No sudden moves! So that means we hunt the most dangerous game. Watch out! That makes a lot of sense, now that I think about it. This is a dangerous line of work, and I'm not putting someone in the field unless I'm sure they're ready. So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. You definitely went above and beyond, and the Marshal and I thank you for that.
The Marshal said you might be coming. What you did at Galbank took guts, but it'll take more than that to impress me.
Well, in theory, a Freestar Ranger can go anywhere in Freestar collective space, even private property. You sure this is what you want? Gather your uniform and sidearm from the armory, then see the Marshal for your assignment. I hope there's a way to work this out. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? That sound familiar at all? And you were right to do so. I'm not trying to be a hard ass. I just can't go any lower. Done your homework, huh? Good. That'll save us both some time. It might also have helped. You might have learned something new or gained a valuable contact. Couldn't hurt to dress the part either. When folks see the uniform, they tend to be a little more trusting.
I'll introduce you to the ranger you'll be teaming up with.
That's the idea. Sounds like you're starting to understand what it means to be a Freestar Ranger. We should head for Wagoner Farm and check in. You might be right. Be safe out there. It seems strange that a group of soldiers would try to run a farmer off a struggling farm. Likewise. Let's get back to Wagoner Farm. Sorry, but it doesn't work that way. Just do the one mission, and we'll go from there. Need something? That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting.
You need to be completely sure about this. Come back when you are.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man. Are you okay? Good. I'll take any stolen property or contraband you might be carrying, and we'll be done here. We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars. You got some business with me? This is Freestar Ranger business. I'll thank you to stay out of it. Shoot straight! Take care. You should take every opportunity to lend a hand when someone needs it. Remember, your first duty is to protect the people of the Freestar Collective. Still, you helped that young man out, and we appreciate it.
You and I both.
I'll talk to you later. Look out! I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. I wish everyone was as honest as you. I'm still willing to talk. Well, most things do at the start. Doesn't mean they stay that way. Was hoping for a quiet day. I'm starting to think you're trying to get away with something. Ranger McMillan praised what she called your uncommon bravery and dedication. Let's just hope they're not perched up on these canyon walls, waiting to snipe at us. That's all just talk. Doesn't change anything. We also have jurisdiction over any local security when we're tracking a fugitive. I still can't believe Annie caught an honest-to-goodness thief. Is that so? Well, I hope that's not just false bravado. Hey! Putting the lives of others ahead of our own comes with the job. Wanna guess? I'll say right up front that if you're looking to get rich, this ain't the line of work for you. Oh, you're back. How'd it go? I hear you've been real busy keeping an eye on strangers. In this job, your eyes, ears, and wits are every bit as important as your badge and your sidearm. Annie, we'll talk more about this later. But I'm proud of you. Oh, come on. Maybe we can work something out. Hold on a second. You're gonna need to come with us. I just hope it's not teaching her to judge people too much by the way they look. He said you helped an informant by paying off a large debt? Yeah, well, you might have to. Congratulations. Well, if you say so. Wish we could throw you a welcome party, but there's work to do. Maybe you don't appreciate the urgency of the situation. Innocent people have died. Helps us to identify and respond to threats more quickly. That badge with the number 1? I feel like I've seen that before, but it was a long time ago. I'm trying to figure out how to help you. Come back alive, and we'll talk about you joining up. Something on your mind? It's not about that. Sure, violence is sometimes necessary, but your focus should be on serving and protecting the people. By the authority of the Freestar Collective, stand down! So, their ship was stolen from the Hope Tech factory. Nice words, but they don't change anything. Aim straight and steady! We have a few that we share collectively, but those are out in the field, so you'll need to use your own ride. Nobody wants that. Annie, you're supposed to be doing your homework. I know what you mean. It can be. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a terminal somewhere with more details, but I never bothered to look.
Good. Keep your eyes open. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. He's been spending time over at Bell's shop looking to buy more guns. You made that decision on your own, and you're not owed anything. Annie's been giving me reports on her patrols for years. Not really, no. We can't be everywhere at once. We just need to find these men and ask them very politely to explain what they're up to. Gone? Huh. Probably for the best. Wait. So that's real? I'll do what I can, but I might need a raise. Sorry, I've got orders, you know. But do I think we make the Freestar Collective a little safer for everyone? Yeah, I do. Look sharp now. Why don't you just hold on for 1 second? That's assuming he finds something useful. Bloodthirsty ain't high on the list of qualities we're looking for. And there's more. They hired a thief to steal a ship from Hope Tech right out of the factory. If you've got some free time, talk to the other Rangers. We try to help each other out when we can. If I seem strict, it's because I'm protecting the integrity of the Freestar Rangers. What? No, that's not true. I haven't agreed to anything yet. Your lack of progress is costing lives. We have some things to discuss. If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in systems, so it won't take long to get someone out here. Yeah. I hope so. Excuse me, trainee, but we do not try to extort credits from the people we're protecting. Wait, you're on the wanted list. Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel. That doesn't exactly sound encouraging, Deputy.
Figure yourself out. I'll be here if you want to join.
There's nothing wrong with feeling fear. More often than not, it'll keep you alive. I don't see how. You know how it is. I'm the one you've got to deal with. Like it or not. Good. We don't need any more trouble today. If you have questions before you head out, ask the Marshal. They definitely passed this way. Like most things that are worth doing, it ain't always easy. Annie L. Wilcox, what did you do? Well, the Freestar Rangers ensure the safety and security of the Freestar Collective and its people. A word about myself. I'm in charge of making sure anyone that wants to be a Freestar Ranger is up to the task. Hey, I'm just trying to be careful here. We made a good team. Too bad. Otherwise, you'll be no better off than when you started. Yeah? Keep talking. Speaking of which, let's get back there and let Miss Wagoner know that she's safe. For now. Not usually. Most of the bad guys we run into are smart enough to stand down when they see the badge. But as far as I know, there's never been more than a dozen Rangers at any one time. You're back. Did you decide to join?
If you believe that, you don't know the Marshal.
You're a hell of a fighter. Look, you have to be completely sure about this, so take whatever time you need. He said you took on a syndicate loan shark to help an informant. We tend to get called in when there's a threat too big for local security to handle. You smell that? I'd bet my badge that's wood smoke from a campfire. Let's have a look around. Let's continue. Of course. I can understand that. Quiet out here. I like it. Nice change of pace from Aquila City.
Well, aren't you confident? We'll see if that lasts.
Just remember that first and foremost, your job is to protect the people and bring justice to anyone that threatens them. Thank you, ma'am. That should be enough for us to find these men. I respect your courage. Coming here alone.
You can think of me as the gatekeeper, and I'll be blunt. Most people don't get through the gate.
Yeah, I remember now. You helped out with the hostage situation, but sometimes people just get lucky. Set those thoughts aside. Right now, I need you to focus. Be careful, Deputy. She said you took on the Red Mile so you could get a meeting with Marco Graziani. If there's something you can do to help, I promise I'll tell you. I'd like to keep this civil. Even so, you deserve some recognition for your compassion and generosity. Thank you. Just a name. Michaela Wagner. Let's see what we have here. You played the hand you had. It was a sensible and practical trade.
Hopefully you understand that.
I'm guessing he wants to recruit you, so I'll tell you a little bit about who we are. I just want to be sure you're ready. Ryujin Security. No sudden moves. The number's always changing due to retirements, recruiting, and unfortunately, death in the line of duty. Got a situation here! Right now, our best hope to stop them is you. While you've been in the field, we've had more reports about farmers being threatened and attacked. The thing is, spying on people isn't very polite. We're headquartered in the upper floors of the Rock, but we also have remote stations throughout Freestar Collective space. Smart move. Now come along with us. We'll take any contraband and stolen property, and you'll be free to go. You think I'm a pushover? Nothing much, really. Maybe stock up on ammunition in case things get rough. Nice words, but they don't change anything. I really doubt it.
You've met the Marshal. He's in charge of the operation. I'll try to make a long answer short. Basically, we preserve the safety and security of the Freestar Collective.
We need a moment of your time, Deputy. One last thing. But you've got to be careful. Beats the hell out of me. Can't imagine any reason for the Freestar Militia to be on Montero Luna. We need to check the canyons behind the Wagner farm. I'd like to think so. Knew better than to tangle with a ranger, I guess. Find anything interesting? What am I gonna do about that girl? She's on patrol again. I wouldn't worry too much about that. The bigger concern is getting ambushed. Sorry, but no. We don't have the resources for every ranger to get their own ship. Use you? The way I hear it, he was fearing for his life and looking for help. I hear you. Come in, Deputy. Take a seat. It's a pretty minor offense, but suit yourself. Let's go. All the same, based on what the others have said, I believe you're more than ready. You don't get to make demands here. Is this about my daughter? She causing trouble again? There are less than a dozen rangers in all, and we operate with limited resources. No way. It's my ass if something goes wrong here. Really? You must have impressed the Marshal. Interesting. You know what? You're wasting my time. Oh, I grew up on a farm. Back when I was a kid, I used to love exploring and making maps. I really hope so. I wonder if these guys are the reason Miss Wagner called us. Her farm's pretty close by. They must have been causing her some trouble. Thank you for helping my girl and anything else involved. Take this. Right. The way Diego puts it, Alex was pretty shaken by the whole thing. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. They were tough, well-armed, and had some training. These guys were definitely mercs. Smart. Now move it. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montaro Luna? You don't scare me. Join us, Deputy. Let's search the area. Maybe we can find something that explains what these guys were up to. The way I see it, you need what I'm offering more than I need what you're paying. I've done my part. Besides, this is ranger business, so why don't you keep your mouth shut? Damn, that was a lot rougher than I expected. They also said something about being forgotten. They seemed bitter about it. Resentful. Well, nobody ever accused those boys of having an overabundance of common sense.
Oh, and try to come back alive. Don't want to discourage future recruits, right?
Good. That's the right attitude to have. We serve the people by keeping them safe.
We might hunt down a fugitive, break up a smuggling operation, investigate a starship theft, or put some would-be bank robbers behind bars.
That's not an option here. How about you just come with me? Nice and easy. Good. Maybe whatever that key unlocks is here too. I don't think so. Why do I always get the dumb ones? Thankfully, most people respect us and are willing to cooperate. Sure, but we Rangers work across the whole of Freestar Collective space. You're starting to make a lot of sense. You seem distracted. Sooner we get to Montero Luna, the better. He said you met an informant who asked for your help, but you talked him out of it. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Look, I'd like to help, but... Annie, what are you doing up? It's way past your bedtime. I guess you're smarter than you look. Hold it right there! You're under arrest! Okay, where are you? Careful now! What's your decision? You're gonna join us or not? Helping people is our most important duty, even when you're conducting an investigation. No, it's not that simple. I'm sure you did. And I'm glad to know that was your priority. Under the terms of the peace treaty, they shut all the mech factories down right after the war. I really hope so. And if the Syndicate decides to retaliate, you've endangered every one of us. Neither is following the rules. I'm starting to wonder if we made a mistake bringing her on. What can I do for you? I can't believe it. We've got a live one here! Might want to stock up on ammunition in case things get rough.
Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do.
Nice to get out under the sky for a spell. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal. Nicely done. I'm sure it was a tough call, but I think it was the right one. Yeah, it's about Alex. You know he and Diego cleared out that smuggler's den not long ago. I'm the one asking the questions here. If they were dressed like soldiers, they probably had boots on. That means we're looking for boot tracks. I can see why the Marshal picked you.
Sticking your neck out to help people is admirable. But for a ranger, it's an everyday job. Think you can handle that?
I think you may be right. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived. We're off duty. We got a detailed report from Ranger Price about your recent visit to Neon. Be ready for anything. Don't get ahead of yourself. Like with most legends, the truth is usually a little less glamorous. Me too. Probably half the kids in the Freestar Collective did. Your money's no good here. You've got to come with me. I admit, I'm impressed. In that case, I won't hold you back any longer. Whoever pulled that off must have been one hell of a shipjacker. That being said, the Marshal wouldn't send you here if he didn't think you had potential. No, I don't. No way they're common thugs or hired muscle. Okay then. Any stolen property or contraband you're carrying will be confiscated. Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed. You know what? You might be... Wait. No. What am I saying? Nice try, but the building is off limits. You sure didn't get in by any authorized means. Then you'd better start finding some answers. So, think you've got what it takes to be a ranger? Whatever needs doing to keep the people safe, we do. I don't see how. Oh, well, if the Marshal sent you to me, that means he's looking to recruit you. You're coming with us. We'll be taking any contraband and stolen property you have on you. Glad to have you along, Sam. Stop trying to confuse me.
Okay. The first step is an evaluation. I'll pair you up with a ranger who's going out on an assignment, so you see how we work.
But, yeah, we do get paid from time to time to help with expenses and such. Congratulations. The promotion's well earned. Well, I guess someone really wants that farm bad. That being said, best not to assume anything. Just try to keep an open mind. I'm just doing my job, you know. I'm sure you're on the up and up. I doubt more talk is going to change my mind. Let's talk. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking before. No, there are too many unanswered questions. I will. There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. You don't belong here. I'm taking you down for questioning. That's what I'm hoping. Grab some cover!
Out in the field, we don't have time for doubt or hesitation, so you better be sure.
I'm not trying to make your life difficult, you know. Oh, yeah? Everyone, come on out now. If you mean willful, headstrong, reckless, and unconcerned with policies and procedures, then yeah, I'll agree with you. Maybe the less I know about that, the better. There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. Good. Never forget what that badge means.
But you won't just be an observer. It's also a chance for us to see you in action, so you'll be expected to help out.
I'm Ranger Emma Wilcox. My deputy and I are here to help. Now, tell us what happened. Hopefully, we can find something that explains who these guys were and why they were after the Wagoner farm. It's hardly worth the trouble of taking you in, but... All right, come with me. I'm starting to think you're right. That's right. We're going to a farm on Montera Luna. That's the moon that orbits the planet Montera in the Cheyenne system. Have you made up your mind about joining the Freestar Rangers? Since these guys don't know we're after them, they're probably not making an effort to hide their tracks. Helping people with their problems is what we do. Seems capable enough, and we could use the help. See you. Don't get bent out of shape. I prefer a more practical kind of evaluation. If you knew half of what I did about the man, you'd show him a lot more respect. Unfortunately, some didn't survive. She says someone's trying to take her farm, and she's afraid she might be in danger. Why, thank you, August. Looks like you've got some fines to clear up. That's fine. Just make sure you take care of this soon, and don't get yourself in any more trouble. Well, don't love it too much. These canyons would have kept me busy for months. I'd have looked into every nook and cranny. Lord preserve me. You got some business with the Rangers? All right, just take it easy now. You're wasting my time.
Follow me.
Maybe we can still work something out. Really? Guess you've led a pretty exciting life. You don't get to ignore your duty when it's inconvenient. You handled yourself well. All right, let's go. For now, I need you to cool it on the spying and keeping lists of suspicious people. Okay? Heads up! I think the marshal was right about you. Damn, had to come to this. Good, because I wasn't giving you a choice. Hold it right there! You're in all kinds of trouble. You've got potential. Just need to see a little more from you. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now. Pretty sure that's all just talk. Boot tracks. Several pairs by the look. Not too old either. You're leaving me with no choice! You want to do this the hard way, huh? That's so. Well, you found your way to the right person. Before I hand you a badge, I need to know you can handle the job. A farmer asked us for help. She says that someone's trying to take her land. We need to let Miss Wagoner know she's safe.
You are hereby granted the rank of Freestar Ranger Deputy.
There's nothing to talk about. I've already made myself clear. Violence is the last resort. You don't draw your weapon unless innocent lives are in danger. I'm glad I'm not alone. You may think so, but I don't. Of course, the fact that they look like soldiers doesn't necessarily mean they are. I'll give you the details if you want to join up. Excuse me, who did you say you were again? Ranger Macmillan's back from her assignment. If you need help aboard your ship, just let her know.
Think you can play Mother Bird and take her under your wing for a while?
Not now, Alex. We're in a meeting here. Guess that was the first time he's come face to face with his own mortality. If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? Any of that sound familiar? Careful now! How's your investigation proceeding? There's a chain of command, and right now, you're at the bottom. Remember that. Well done. Then I suggest you get going. Follow me. I can see that. Get ready! Yeah, I hear you. You did what I asked, so let's go meet the Marshal. Tell you what, use the mission terminal and take one of the listed jobs. Your choice. That's not how we do things here. Now, this will be easier if you come in an orderly fashion. So far, so good, trainee. But of course, it doesn't always work out that way. Violent tendencies aside, I'd say yes. Hopefully we're close. I'm starting to get a little claustrophobic.
You'll also get access to equipment and grav drive fuel, which helps to keep expenses down.
Oh, got no lack of confidence, have you? Well, let's see if you back it up. Marshal, when it comes to deciding who earns a Ranger's badge, I will not compromise. I'll be the judge of that. All right. I'm willing to hear you out. I'm still listening. Yeah, actually, it's coming to me. With pleasure, Marshal. All right, Deputy. Keep that weapon handy and your eyes sharp. Seems like a fine candidate. Got the right priorities. Provided the importance of respecting authority sinks in, then yes. Oh, nothing for now. Came to talk, actually. Well, to apologize, more like. Get whatever you need for the trip to Montera Luna.
There are less than a dozen full-time rangers today. 2 of us, Diego and myself, are senior rangers.
Ain't nothing personal. Seems that way. This isn't getting us anywhere. I imagine you've got some questions. I'll answer anything I can. Hate to use force, but I've got a duty. Just come and find me if you decide you want to join. You did good out there.
I'll say right up front that if you're looking to get rich, this isn't the line of work for you.
That's the right way to think about it. Besides, I'm next in line, and I'll be damned if I'm letting you cut ahead of me.
Of course, you don't care about all that, because you know that the best reason to join is to help people and protect the Freestar Collective.
When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. What's going on here? Come to turn yourself in? That doesn't stop because you're on an investigation. Pull up a seat. I think... No, stop it. You're trying to confuse me. Well, you're gonna be disappointed. Being a mother means I don't get as much field work as I used to. Well, it's a moon that orbits Montera. It's got a breathable atmosphere, warm climate, and good soil for growing. She's telling the truth. You're not pulling my leg, right? Hey, kiddo. Staying out of trouble? I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. So, what's it gonna be? Are you ready to sign up with the Freestar Rangers? If the Marshal's right, you could encounter serious resistance. Be prepared. I ain't got time for this. We got word from a farmer on Montera Luna. Good. Duty and honor are the backbone of the Freestar Rangers. Maybe so. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of ranger. Well, the marshal will give you assignments, but how you carry them out is largely up to you. This is a very serious situation, and I don't have time to hold anyone's hand. I understand. To be a ranger is to be charged with an honorable burden. Don't know what you're talking about. I think that's a good idea. I'll find some work for him. Now, let's go and check out those canyons. Good eye, deputy. Looks like we're heading in the right direction. Watch it! Just so you know what you're getting into, I'll explain who we are and what we do. The weapons, the training, the steel nerves. No, these guys were professionals. I'm grateful to have a little more help around here. Grab any supplies you might need, and let's get going. At least I ain't gonna be bored. I can see that. Hold on. You're trying to confuse me, aren't you? Sorry, but I can't. Look, I hope I'm not putting you to sleep here. Make sure you bring a weapon and some spare ammo. We need to learn more about what was going on here. Hopefully we can find some answers. Well, I know Annie's been trying to rope you into her spy schemes. I hope it's not too much of a bother for you. You might be right. Don't mistake being reasonable for being a pushover. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal. I really doubt it. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Just make sure any favors you trade in the future don't require you to step outside the law.